The chemistry of water. Water is a polar molecule. One major effect of this polarity is that water molecules form hydrogen bonds. The slightly negative oxygen atom of one water molecule will attract the slightly positive hydrogen atoms of other water molecules in a weak electrostatic attraction called a hydrogen bond. Characteristics of water due to hydrogen bonding. Water has high melting and boiling points. High surface tension. High heat of vaporization. Properties of water important to life. Water is a good solvent. Polar molecules, polar covalent molecules and ionic compounds dissolve in water. As a result, most of the chemical reactions within cells occur in water. Water is an excellent transport medium as most substances dissolve well in water. Expansion upon freezing. As water cools to 4 degrees Celsius, it reaches its maximum density. As it cools further, the molecules become more widely spaced. As a result, ice is less dense than water and floats. This helps the aquatic animals in polar regions to survive during winter. High specific heat capacity. The hydrogen bonds between the molecules need a lot of energy to separate them. Therefore, water acts as a thermal buffer in living systems and aquatic bodies during temperature fluctuations on Earth. As water can absorb or release high amount of heat by slight change of its own temperature. Cohesive and adhesive behavior. Attraction between water molecules is known as cohesion, while attraction between water and other substances are known as adhesion. This is very important for the movement of water from the roots to the leaves of plants. High surface tension. Water has a high surface tension due to cohesion between water molecules. Due to this, some insects can walk on the surface of water, e.g. raft spider. High heat of vaporization. By a minimum loss of water, organisms can release much heat energy. This helps in evaporation of heat and cooling the body surface, and transpiration in plants cools the plant surface. Questions. 1. At what temperature does water have the maximum density? At 4 degrees Celsius. 2. What is the characteristic of water that helps water to act as a good transport medium? Dipole nature, polarity. 3. How do hydrogen bonds form in water? The slightly negative oxygen atom of one water molecule will attract the slightly positive hydrogen atoms of other water molecules in a weak electrostatic attraction called a hydrogen bond. Checkpoints. 1. What is a dipole? The electrons in the covalent bonds are not quite evenly shared. Consequently, the molecule has a part that is slightly negative and a part that is slightly positive. This separation of charge is called a dipole. 2. What are the differences between ionic substances and polar substances? One atom, or part of the molecule, gains one or more electrons and becomes an anion, a negative ion. The other atom, or part of the molecule, loses one or more electrons and becomes a cation, a positive ion. Strong forces of attraction called ionic bonds hold the oppositely charged ions together to form an ionic substance. In covalently bonded compounds, separation of charge due to electronegativity differences make up polar molecules. 3. How does the properties of water affect living organisms? Vital chemical constituent in all living cells. Provides a biological medium for all living organisms.